So, as many of you already know, it is very difficult changing who you are. For me, I'm a very quiet guy that doesn't like public speaking. So I knew that this goal was going to be very difficult to achieve. I remember getting my first job as a resident advisor at my school. And one of the tasks I had to do was memorize these lines to present in front of the whole entire first year class. And I tried avoiding that situation as I could. From telling my friend, hey, can you give me your lines, because you literally had 4 lines to memorize, to trying to get sick, to knowing that I couldn't do none of those two things, because if I did, I would lose my job. So here you have me practicing day and night in the shower, everywhere I went, annoying everybody, and the day of my presentation came. So I come in, I'm in line, waiting for my turn. While I get closer to present, I can literally feel my heart coming out of me. Who knew that I had a heart that fast? So they tell me, you're up next. So I approach the mic, and oh my God, I could feel this heat coming from my stomach all the way into my head, and I probably was the reddest tomato you can find in the supermarket. Until this point, I still can't remember if I read all my lines correctly, because all I wanted was to run away from that situation. But I'm glad that I did it. And then from there, I was like, never again. I'm not going to do this ever again. And as time went by, I was like, I started to realize that public speaking was very essential to many of my jobs, which is why I ended up joining College for Social Innovation, because I knew that they would give me the tools and the skills to be a better public speaker. So when I was introduced to my internship at the Center to Support Immigrant Organizing, I was expecting the typical staff facilitating the workshops, but not here. The youth were facilitating the workshops, and I was in shock because they felt so comfortable doing it in front of everybody, and I had a moment. I was like, wait, if they can do it, so can I. After time went on, the youth decided to do a youth speak out against trans policies, and I knew that I had to take advantage of this moment just to push myself and to prove myself that I can also do a public speaking situation. So the day came for the speak out, and there I was again waiting for my turn, all nervous. So I come up, I approach the mic, and start reading my speech. When I was a kid, I was asked, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" And oh my God, my hands start shaking. So I continue reading my speech even faster. My young fellow immigrant peers, I want you to know that the only obstacle that's going to stop you from reaching your goals is yourself. And oh my God, my hands started to shake even more, to the point that I was no longer controlling my hand. But the good news is that the audience was thinking that I was scared to present my personal story to them, but in reality, I was scared to be in front of them. And here I am, still practicing my public speaking. And I know that I'm not where I want to be, but I'm a step closer to achieving my goal. And I keep telling myself, the only person that's going to stop me from reaching that goal is myself. So I want you to know that. I want you to know that if you set yourself a goal, the only person that's going to stop you from reaching your goal is you. Thank you.